Yo, hello YouTube, and welcome to another video, or I should react to something. And this is a special, I don't want to say a special video, but like a reaction to a Faze clan. So basically, if you don't know what Faze clans are, they're basically a group of people who are very well, very good at Call of Duty, basically, and now they're streamers anyway. So, and basically the video, this one's called 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate what is harder. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to react to it because like there's like the reason why I went for like decided to do streaming like after a laid off anyway, and I have my thoughts about work as related nine to work related to it, so I could relate to this. And not much of streaming, but like the 9 to 5, because I've done a full-time job before, and let me tell you, dude, oh, I got many stories about it, about 9 to 5. Well, one, because I did a full-time, because most of it's part-time, and let me tell you, even part-time sucks. So let's get to it. I'm not gonna do a full video because like I'm gonna do some part of it because like I did watch this on my own time, just a thought about it. So yeah, let's just get started.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill.
is
Alright, let's just skip this. So yeah, to the disclaimer, no disrespect to Faze, because like all the Faze members are really likable. They're all of them are great anyway. Like you got Faze Swag, Faze Ron, Faze Jason, Faze Adapt, Lacey. All of them are great. All of them are great. Oh, Yo Rage as well. Black Boy Max, all that stuff. And I feel like I'm missing a lot of some of the Faze clans, but yeah, shout out to them as well, because like they're great content creators. Like they're very funny, they're very well. So, but let's just see how it is. Like this is my opinion. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing the whole video because like I watch this. I just want to do my opinion, like my thoughts on it. So let's get started.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay. All right. So my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and
Yep.
slave for fucking pennies.
Yep.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties.
Nah.
All right, man. Okay, so the thing about the mailman, like the mailman said, like you get up, wake up in the morning, go to your job, all that stuff. Yeah. Lacey, on the other hand, like I try to put his argument, but the thing is, you woke up whenever. You can wake up whatever you want. You don't have a boss. 9 to 5, you do. You get your ass over there, you work your ass, and you get paid until you leave. From start to finish. Streaming, you can stop whenever. That's my point of argument. But let's see how Lacey do so far.
Maybe sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that
When
never
you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had
We
it made
don't-
like y'all.
We don't have
I
to go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man.
We have
Got
to
it gravy,
be,
bro.
what's the next trend? What's the next
Shit, I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have
And
to
got
stream
dogs-
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
All right, man. So about the 24/7 stream, like it depends on how big you stream are. Like let's say Kai Cenat, for example, he did the Mafia-thon. We know that the Mafia-thon, it is like a month of non-stop streaming. That's big. I get that, but not all content creators, streamers are big like you guys. So like you're like the 1%ers, the 1% streamers who like you guys do 24 hours 7. You do get breaks somehow. It's just it's not like strict as the 9 to 5 shit. So that's my take. So yeah, I can go with that.
You got
High energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could be at home like you and get back and get paid
I don't
big
even.
money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing all.
I wish, man. I mean, they have some freedom, somewhat, but the Lacey has a point. Like when you do streaming, like he's not wrong. Like especially IRL streaming, not only do at home, you walk around, all this stuff outside. That's still content, but I'm not saying it's hard. That's another thing. It's not hard. He's not cooking right now, so I mean,
This stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid.
Facts.
It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have
Facts.
a guaranteed pay if you work.
No, I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
You don't gotta deal with people.
bruh,
Yeah.
stop, man. Like, dude, this thing called VODs. Even with VODs that you're not live, they still people watch it and you still get money off it. So, come on, cool. Like, I don't know about Twitch. Well, Twitch VODs are horrendous, but YouTube VODs, that's where you get the venue of it. Like, even people don't watch it live, you get money from the VODs. So,
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is bullshit. We don't like that. You have to create content.
L's.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F does not defy shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
So what? I can call fast, chubby.
Ron.
My homeboys call me chubby,
Dude.
fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's your
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got
Facts,
what she wants
man.
to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually
Bro,
useless.
like,
We
you have-
decided to use
dude,
a timer
this is so
instead because
content. This
we
is so
suck
funny
at
as shit,
explaining
man.
things.
Like,
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture.
yeah.
You know how hard that is of a
I
life?
mean-
Isn't that
that is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just
Yeah, taking a selfie to pigs. That's hard, guys.
proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why you
cook,
gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This
Yeah.
can for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all said you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing.
The rage
no
bait
one
is
watched you anymore.
like
I didn't even
the
watch
rage
you
bait is
anymore.
crazy, guys.
What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work. Oh my God, did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would.
Real Lacey. That's in that sense, it's yeah, I see what you're doing if you lose stream, but like, let's be real, man. It's still not like it's more like a contract thing, but I could be wrong. Not like either the 9 to 5 or contract thing, but like, come on, dude. For real, Lacey, are you serious? Okay.
would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the
And
office.
I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But
and
no,
stuff.
he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever.
you're-
He would
you're-
have to turn
yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have
You're
to turn
proving my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there. You
could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flag. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story.
Adapt. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll have to post on Instagram story. Yes, sir.
I gotta go find the Four Loco can. I gotta make sure, I gotta make sure I get the Four Loco can. And then
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
Yeah,
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I
Respect,
wanted
respect.
to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back
Facts,
in the
yeah.
60s and the 50s.
Yeah.
People didn't give a rat's ass
Yeah.
if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business.
Facts.
So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3,
Yes, ma'am.
7 a.m. to
Yes,
7
ma'am.
p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
No.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled.
Lizzie, take your L, boy. Take your L. You already asked a question. Answer is hell no, buddy.
You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Because
guys, I got a
did it.
question for Rhonda. I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What kind of question is that, boy?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight,
24
hours a day.
day and
Okay, yeah. For example, Carson and I did a mafia-thon a few years ago. Yeah, which is basically a subathon, like, you know, non-stop streaming, basically all that stuff. So, but the thing is, the only thing the risk you're taking is like your health. But the thing is, you could start whenever, really. You could start whenever on the subathon, but like again, 9 to 5. You have a schedule, this and that, no matter where, whatever occupation you went to. So like, the subathon, just, you know, come on, man, come on, Lacey, come on now. Like, yes, both streamers and 9 to 5 have to do with mental health, all that. But the thing is, when it comes to streamers, you got a lot of supporters. 9 to 5, boy, no one give a fuck about you. Not even your boss. Like, unless you get rare about your coworkers. Most part, 8 out of 10 coworkers are cool, chill. Managers and boss / boss don't give a fuck about you, man. Higher ups don't give a fuck about it. All they care about is the money. So
We all stream for
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have
clean
you
up
ever ran? You
vomit,
never ran a
you
3-minute
pass
ad.
trays,
Lacey.
you're short-handed.
talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have
Oh,
a picture in
boy.
your car without them.
Yeah.
finding out and
I
judging
got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I got caught with my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you,
this is
do
crazy,
you.
guys.
Do you? And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our
That's
job.
our job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, you know, the doctor center, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
The L rage bait. Oh Lord. Like, yeah, we were the L rage bait from Faze.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
That's rage bait.
So you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yeah.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your editors, your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
Ooh, that's a good argument. I'm gonna lie.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad take.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
It's a bad take.
We wouldn't have
Rage.
any work if it wasn't for us, though.
Ooh. I'll give you that. Facts. Without without the ideas, without the ideas, there's no cameraman. You do you anyway. So big ideas, not small ideas, but that's a different story. But I'll give it that. I'll give it that, Lacey.
I would even
Oh.
go as far to say, as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9 to 5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was
Oh,
your
God.
real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time.
Okay. All right. So, thing is, I can relate to that because I usually mostly work part-time job because like from both school and part-time job doing both. I'll be honest with you, doing double fucking sucks. I'll give you that. It's still harder than streaming. So, but let's hear what Lacey had to say.
For a year.
She's laughing, bro. She's making me mad.
Rage bait.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
So, I mean 8 months, let's be honest, dude. Like, for the 8 months, 8 months is like, you could say it's nothing. It's a paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, yes, but like, come on, man. It's so bullshit we gotta do, man. Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Bro.
That makes it harder.
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you.
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have.
Bro.
100%.
Guaranteed pay, more like bullshit pay. That's what it is. Because, like, take the taxes out of you, man, all that shit. Yes, you get paid guaranteed from those hours, but let's be honest, man. Like, it's not like set in stone. Like, let's give it an example. Like, you guarantee pay, yes, but like, it's not guaranteed like how much you're gonna get each time because hours are different. So that's a different story. But
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier.
Okay,
for
man,
9-to-5
raise.
people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah, when you go to
guaranteed.
work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you?
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How,
dude, what? Oh, Rod. Oh my God, like. Okay, it's no brainer that the one who has like high degrees are much harder than 9 to 5. It's no brainer, but dude, if you want to compare it to 9 to 5 to streaming, dude, man, like, dude, you have to be very, very mindful of what you say, how to say, when to say to everybody in a 9 to 5. Streaming, you can give a fuck about what you said. Like, no matter what you do, you still get paid regardless because you got fans, no matter what, even cancel culture, all that shit. So,
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
so according to you, a job is easier or harder? Based
Crazy
on the
rage
guaranteed
bait.
pay? That's one
9 to-
aspect of it.
Working
right?
at
Yeah.
Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or whatever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant. There
Oh,
was
we're talking about
bro,
Yeah,
ideas.
what
We're
do you-
talking about pay.
okay. So what
So
do you want to
that's
start with
one way
though?
that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make
like, okay, the thing I notice about like streamers, like, the hard part about it, that goes to like a lot of things. It's getting copyrighted. That's the hard part. I get what they're saying, like thinking of ideas, but at the same time, you could use the same like the idea, but a different concept, which is not copyrighted and all that shit, and it's still like easier than a 9 to 5. Let's be honest, guys.
you're not
started with
even.
Faze.
You keep switching it. So why don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
But at the same time, like, it is the idea of it, like, you know, like, let's say like a small streamer like me, for example, it's hard to think of ideas like big compared to big streamers, which we're not, you know, having an idea because I do the copyrights, because like once they are out in public, that's belong to them, unless because because if you try to copy exactly what they do, that's considered copyright. So like plagiarism, so like Same goes to small streamers, except small streamers just don't like, they don't care. That's the algorithm. That's a different story. But I get what Ron's saying. It's just at the same time, man. I mean, it's like what it is, and like mentally, like, oh, pop on my head. There you go. Like, how do we do this and do that? It's still quick. It's very quick though. Like, come on.
Yeah, you 100% are. Yeah. So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that
difficult.
You need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone. Yeah. You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch YouTube.
Much YouTube.
So it's the same thing.
Absolutely,
so the people that you're entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment.
As a job.
This is entertainment. Facts.
Why?
Facts.
So do you truthfully, you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best example, is harder than a streamer?
Absolutely.
It depends on what you were saying the word hard
like for real.
To you,
in the sense of everyday activity. Because some people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh, okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
not true.
And you're not
that's not true at all. I have an editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing...
wait, what do you say, Ron? Wait, who you said?
And you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
not true.
And you're not
that's not true at all. I have an editor that I pay who relies on me. If I...
You have an editor who I pay who's Ron. Okay, dude. Like, the thing is, like, most of that is still an editor's job. Is do it for you that you pay for it. What kind of argument is that, bro? The rage bait is crazy, guys. The W rage bait, though, it's still W rage bait.
Stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later,
of content. He loses
so when
the
you
job.
go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your coworkers and interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job.
Bro, it's crazy.
How many number of hours that you are talking and typing
the troll
and
is
shitting
real,
and
like
eating
really.
all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So you build that with
facts,
your
W
coworkers, stuff like
face
that.
swag, facts, man.
See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, the mental aspect is crazy, dude.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. Hang on. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
Really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home.
Yep.
I'm too tired to cook.
Yep.
Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you been on
berated.
social media? Just broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job.
Well, the thing is, it's like a personal aspect because, like, when she mentioned, like, what, 4 years doing content, like, the age of, like, 16, all that stuff, while, like, when Faze, the thing is, Faze collaborate with each other. That's the big thing. When they collaborate with each other, that means better content, more pay, better, like, better ideas, like, rather than an individual streamer. So, in this aspect, like, I mean, that's not a brainer. Obviously, you get more people and better content if you collab with people than just individuals. So it's a no-brainer. It's just like, of course, what do you expect from this? Like, okay.
and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
So I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
so
have
I'll
been
give
able
you
to
a
do
perfect
it.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I
Damn.
lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so
I'm sorry, Ron. I'm sorry.
alone
Double whammy.
across
I'm
the
sorry,
country.
man.
So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system, man?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom.
I actually want to hear
How's
this.
that privilege? Before you
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
What?
He was 16 at the time. He's a minor. What? Like, I don't understand privilege. Like, he's still a minor at the time. He was 16. Like, he doesn't get a privilege because he's not an adult. What? It's not a. Okay, man. Whatever.
15, 16. I would hope I have parents that would live.
Yeah,
with me.
for
But a
real.
lot of people don't, and they have to
What is
take
that? That's
9
a
to
whole different
5s.
discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or
But
accept
that's a whole
them.
different conversation. How
Yeah,
would you
for
do 9 to
real.
5?
All right, I'm gonna skip this. This is like kind of personal. I don't want to deal with that, but that's like a whole different topic. Like whether getting privilege or not. So like, oh, skip that.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do.
Facts.
I mean, you guys do
Facts.
work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean,
You
I
don't
do
know
know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not
Facts.
a daily thing.
Oh,
it's a
boy,
weekly
you have
thing,
no
it's
idea.
a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their job. And they
Facts.
always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you
Like me, for example, man, I swear to God, it's been like what? Today's what? The 25th? It's been like what? A month and a half since I got fired from my last job. So I mean, all just because I say something stupid, not inappropriate, something stupid that they don't like, and I broke the rules that it's easy to fix, which could cause termination. So yeah, sucks to be that, man. I feel that. I understand.
you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and
Facts.
you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. They get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But
Yeah.
how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean,
Facts.
it happens all the time.
Jake Paul, for example, like for real, man. Like he's like one of the most #1 cancel culture back in the day, and then he bounced back as a millionaire as a WWE wrestler. So, I mean,
Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay.
and years and years
Okay.
and hours of
Okay.
trust.
All right.
that's also true. Cause I'm not gonna lie. Cause like, all right, I'll be honest. I started streaming like what? Well, it's been almost a month. I won't say 3 weeks since I've been streaming, but I converted to like from Twitch to Kick because due to like stupid Twitch doing, which I made a video about it. So, but anyway, my point is, I did multi-stream of YouTube and Kick, and I've been streaming for like what, almost a month. And let's just say, you want to build a relationship to followers that are doing so much hours. It takes some time. It does take a lot of time. I cannot. I'll say that I cannot deny if you especially start off a small streamer, you are sacrificing a lot of time, especially if no like income. Like for me, for example, like when I'm unemployed, like you want to do streaming for advice, I'll just say this. If you want to do a full-time streamer, just keep what you're doing for longer hours. You will get used to it like consistently. The sacrifice of it is like a lot of time personally. That's the hard part. So the hard part is, is time. Time is very, very scared. I'm not gonna lie. That's from going from 9 to 5 to streaming. Like time is like valuable because like nobody has infinite time. That's a fact. That's a fact. You cannot have it's infinite time. So
and communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
The thing
you don't
is-
just fall into.
that is true.
Of course not. Of course not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes.
I agree with that.
And getting comments and this and that. That's what everybody deals
Yeah.
with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning
Facts.
and get to your job
Facts.
and be there and like
Facts.
be on the whole time.
Facts.
No matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
Mhm.
Well, I'm a college professor, so. I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 15
Shit, dude.
Come on.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to teachers, professors. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. You have an important job, like mostly for teachers and college professors. Like for both of them, when you teach curriculum, you are also a mentor. Mentor is so difficult to do, especially like you gotta teach like thousands or hundreds of kids and students. Like that's why like I want to devote to teaching because like I not only want to teach like history, which I'm still in to do that. That's a different story. But I actually want to teach kids and students, life is precious. Like you can't take that away from you. Like nobody's gonna take it away from you. That's your life. You do your own way. So like, I respect that.
We have to produce new shit every day.
Me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
You know what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old. It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know. If anyone has a quick shot.
That shit hard,
So I had
man.
to do that for 4 years, right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years, right? And then I had to do Faze Clan, build Faze Clan out, fix Faze Clan, and then do streaming.
The thing is, Adapt. It's still you chose that life. It's not like you have to. It's like it's an obligation that you chose to do YouTube for years and do streaming and become a Faze Clan. It's an obligation. So it's not like it's like saying getting a car, getting a license. It's not a right. It's more like a given than a right. Like voting rights is different. You are given, I can't explain it because like when you get your license, it's like, oh, there you go. That's the given to you. You earn it. But like for streaming, it's like it's not really you have to do it. It's not like your contract. It's not like that because like I don't know.
Okay.
So
with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
Was it just you? Like
No. It was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
for
exist,
boys.
if it didn't exist, you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then boom, there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah,
also
I've
had
got
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and
Yeah.
mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I felt that, man. I felt that. My college days, hell yeah.
And my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
brother.
You guys this is
I know how to do a
just,
3-frame
sit,
raid.
just sitting on your butt and talking into a mic.
I can't. Okay, W Rage Bait. That was funny. W Rage Bait from Silky.
Very different.
That was funny.
Very
That was low-key kinda
different than
funny.
having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul.
So this is like the argument about physical demanding of 9 to 5 compared to streaming. In this aspect, yes, it is a like depends what a 9 to 5 do. Let's say blue collars, mechanics. That's a really demanding. White collars like doctors. That's demanding. Like demanding for both of that. Say there's retail. That's demanding. You walk anything physical related. You walk around is demanding. Not saying IRL streaming is demanding. IRL streaming. You don't do physical too much demanding. Like you can sit your ass down, whatever you want to do. It's not like you're obligated. You chose to do. While 9 to 5, you have to do this. That's two different things. It's like obligated choice or forced because it's a job. There it is.
Haul it around. Get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all
I felt
day.
that. Trust me, I felt that.
Never sit down.
I understand it.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't physically
your thing is-
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet, listen. So your whole thing.
I don't know about designers, but there's super dangerous compared to like police officers, oil fields, all that stuff. Anything that's dangerous, that's a whole different conversation, really. So
Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No, no,
physical.
no, but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling
Interesting.
around stuff.
So
and
I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a trick shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 10K montage. No one in here can. None of you can. None of you can physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually, yes. Actually, yes.
Facts.
A day. And then your day is never done. When you're done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping?
like a dad got it right. You cannot do a trick shot because let's be honest, dude. If you guys hold a sniper rifles are fucking heavy from what I thought about when you look at Call of Duty, like how long this is. Pause. That thing shit looks heavy. Like if you think an assault rifle is heavy for you, imagine it like a Gatling gun or a sniper rifle and doing trick shot or not. What are you guys doing? And you're gonna like can't control it anyway. So like I understand that. I was like, you cannot do it.
Replace all of the things that you use.
Good rage bait. Good rage bait.
Clean all of your
You don't know
gear.
about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
When you're done, you're
You don't know
done.
about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're done, you're done.
Oh my God! Disable
Elgato?
resample. If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resample,
Oh my God.
my montage is fucked.
You have to
That's different. That's not physical demand. I'll tell you that.
What you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your
Yeah.
main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard
Yeah.
than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how
Trick.
how long
Yes.
hours a day do
You
you trick shot?
cannot.
I don't think.
How many
That's because it's
hours
impossible.
a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I
day.
W Entertainment. W Entertainment, man.
to hit a clip.
12 hours a day every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to jump, get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down.
Oh, the rotations. Okay.
What about dead zone?
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
That is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream, and someone could rob us or kill us.
You could argue that everyday lives, get out your damn house, is dangerous. Not just IRL streaming, like just going in the public is just dangerous enough. Doesn't matter where you go to, really. Like the only difference is if you do IRL streaming, you can just like consent to others in the public. That's one thing, and you are into like annoying to people. That's not like dangerous. It's like for physical demanding. So like you just annoying other people. That's the only difference. But as for dangerous, it's equal in my opinion.
Wait, they're laughing. That's happened recently. I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost decapitated his thoughts.
Oh great, this is dub entertainment. I love this. I love this so far. This is so fucking fun. I love this.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
Okay.
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what?
I can't really say this because like I just started it because I don't have a lot of views, but I can imagine like when you chat, when you're talking with chat, it's not like real life. Like there's a difference between like online chatters to IRL. 100% big difference. Unless you do IRL chat, like you met an IRL first, then you do online. That's a different story because like you get the connection. But like let's say you do online chat first before you met them, it feels a little different because like you're gonna meet like thousands and thousands of fans really. So I can't say that for sure. So that's a good thing really. I don't know.
What are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're
doing
doing
right
it
now?
now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on.
There's millions of people who watch the video who
Yes.
save lives every day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
There's people that
I
literally
get that.
stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out into the
Doesn't
club
mean it's
at night,
difficult.
staying out till 10.
Like just because you say millions of hours doesn't mean it's difficult to interact. That's two different things. Like interacting in chat is not the hardest. It's really not.
o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
So, but I'm saying it's like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
okay. Now
What kind of shit's going on?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get on
choice?
stream. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your
We don't
choice?
like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this
No,
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's
do
what's
what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with.
I mean that's true because like let's say for example Kai Cenat just walk up randomly. Well, I won't say that because like when you went to Walmart with Rakai, there's like he's doing fine shopping it, and there are some people like want to take a selfie, but they're not like ganging up on them. They're just like it really depends really. So like there's like when I went to DreamCon, when I met Amaru and Extra Emily for the first time, I noticed some people they're trying to take selfies with them. They're very nice. They're very nice people. And then before we trying to make up a selfie, one of the bodyguards said they trying to leave. So and then we was in dead ass center, like right next to it. It's like, oh, we're so sorry. And my friends were next to me. It's like, oh, we understand. You know, you guys are human. We understand. And they're just so nice. They're genuine people. Like I understand it too. Cause like I was so speechless. Cause like, is this really Emery and Extra Emily in front of us cosplaying? It's like, oh my god. But like, I don't want to say something creepy because like, I could like lose like not credibility, just like being awkward and weird in front of like streamers, like popular streamers. So, but again, like they are human regardless. So I see what Silk is trying to do. Like the more popular you are, like the harder to do IRL, like going outside, like all the shit. Cause like you're gonna do a lot of fans, all that shit. So, and then you have to use bodyguards, the harder bodyguards to like protect you just to do something. It's kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie, but that's the reality. Like once you can become popular, you have to like deal with so many fans anyway.
Touching people's hearts, so
Touching people's hearts too.
You know how many fans we need a day?
I think. Look, I
Touching
appreciate.
people's hearts too, yeah.
I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I
any
think,
entertainment?
Oh my
Of
god.
course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
Wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
This is actually a really interesting debate. Not gonna lie.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you- wait, did it make you feel better? Have you ever
It all
watched-
depends on
Have you
what
ever been
it all
entertained?
depends-
Have you ever been
depends
entertained?
on
in
what's
He's been
going on.
entertained live.
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You're not answering.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me answer because I'm debating him.
Okay,
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you.
Okay,
now.
all right.
Yeah.
Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what-
Yeah, I agree.
The
Yeah.
difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment.
Okay, I think she's arguing like when she said 24/7, she's can imagine like the more you keep doing it, like the not real your emotions is. So I think that's what she's trying to argue at that. I see what she's going at because it does take a lot of energy. It does take a lot of energy just get up the hype mood, all that shit 24/7. I understand that. So it's very interesting. I can't deny that.
About I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
Go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very
So it's
I'm
easier.
a very social. I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you were my child.
I don't think it does matter like for streaming to 9 to 5. Like the only difference is like 9 to 5, you do interact with IRL people that you mostly hate or like at between. Depends on your coworker, that's true. While streaming is like, okay, you gotta do 1,000 of fans. Most people hate you. Most people like you. There are some haters. You will see that. The thing is just like it's not really easy to hard. It's just more like in between. It's just in between of how it works. So like yeah.
You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had.
I'm gonna skip this just because it's not going anywhere.
At an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is
It's
harder?
okay.
That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
let me ask you
She
something.
works at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You won't watch me because I'm black. This is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every.
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
Rage
I can't get a
bait.
job because I got touched. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions?
Oh, boy.
Because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact
That's
with
funny,
nobody,
man.
just packing meat.
Pause. Pause. What the?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Sarcastic answer. Of course. What?
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
It's sarcastic.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all.
Right.
This dude was talking for 20 minutes about
Bro.
playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna but,
You on his decent.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was
It's sarcastic. Come on, guys.
sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I like.
No. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. I don't know why
Okay, that's like the benefits of streaming. Like, unless whatever the platform you're gonna use, they're prohibitive about that. But I think they're less strict. But in a 9 to 5, you cannot do all that shit. You cannot do weed. They're not let you do weed. They're not to do alcohol, all that shit. They're like, you cannot do it. Otherwise, either you get probation, write-ups, all that shit, termination. Even it's really crazy. Like that's how less stressful. Like you can do it for streaming. Come on, man.
Smoke because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of people.
W rage bait. W rage
Wait, but
bait.
you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at
W
4.
rage bait.
Waking up at 4 p.m., right?
4?
Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right?
4 p.m.?
I got a lot of comments. Now, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel ears like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
yeah.
you know.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit off your face. Cool.
About to finish your hair. Let's go.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't.
Love around for 2 hours and then do something else. I wonder what that was like compared to 9 to 5, man. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I
Come
do that, now I
on
gotta
now.
sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrabble something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
You know what's crazy?
My mind is-
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did my
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
Oh.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but
No.
do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait,
That's crazy.
Give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Yeah.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You
I like people.
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
He's a
I'm a
hero.
superhero, no cape.
Dude, that was a good troll. I like that. Good W rage bait from Sylvia. It was kind of funny. Not gonna lie. That was actually funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Jason.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
That's GG's. GG's. Jason said 9 to 5 is harder. Bruh. One of the youngest Faze clans said that's crazy. W.
think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
What do you say? You're not answering the fucking question, Jason!
So my question.
Nah,
again,
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My
Bruh.
question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So
Yeah.
you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
That's what-
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a
You
9 to 5,
lost the human
if I
touch
was flipping burgers,
before-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you love.
Boy, you have no idea. I'm not saying it's a good or bad relationship. Boy, I'm still single, dude. I don't know, but Jason, I don't know about that, man. I can't say that.
For the streaming.
being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
two, three.
okay, and then back to my point, is that your choice? Was that your choice?
Yeah.
But that's not the point, though. The
No,
point
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than 9 to 5.
that-
That's the point.
You gave up
That's
your
the point.
girlfriend for streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag.
Boy, man, he's a Giga Chad, just trying to riz it up.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
Something that I
future
love.
for something that I'm passionate about and motion? I pick motion.
I can't argue there. Okay.
Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you have an opportunity to get
Fuck ups.
a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Don't you? No streamer says that. That's a bullshit lie. And if you do hated it, they still gonna stream because of fucking money. Bullshit lie. They still do it.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, I have to because this is what I built my
You.
career off of. I
You
started.
feel
This
stuck.
bitch.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it?
Mm,
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
all
oh,
the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happened to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
get-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if thousands
Baby,
of
stop.
thousands of you
Honey,
stopped watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is? It's gone.
Ron.
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
That was not a good argument. Not gonna lie. That was pretty bad. That was a really bad argument.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
No, son. No, man. You wanna know why? Being an attorney is so fucking difficult. Like, there's millions or thousands of millions trying to be an attorney. You gotta pass the bar exam. You gotta do all to be a license. You gotta get the doctorate degree. And sometimes you probably don't get a job. Cause let's be honest, man, the job market. Don't you dare get me started on that, because it's like saying it's a streaming. It's like it's a competition. That's the best comparison I can think of. From 9 to 5 and streamer, they're competitions. Everyone wants to get paid. Everyone wants to be the best streamer, but as a competition, thousands of millions want to become a popular streamer. That's right. 9 to 5, millions of thousands of millions of people want this job. For example, like let's say an attorney or a doctor at this specific hospital. Only a certain amount of people can go apply there, and only very few people get selected. It's competition. There's luck involved. So I wouldn't say that, mister, but I wouldn't say that swag, but let's cooking.
Absolutely, your job is you just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like you out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer.
No. But
So many.
no. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent? Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual the
So you were
game.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were
Interesting
gaming? You're
take
like, oh,
about
let's put
luck.
I was
a camera.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking.
I mean, the only thing about luck is to get audition from Faze itself and challenge Faze clan itself. And you win, and you get auditioned to it, and you chose. That's the only luck. I will agree with Swag that it does take a lot of talent just to take some hours to play nonstop Call of Duty just to be very good and noticeably with with best Call of Duty players in the world. I get that. It's just I can't say that to myself because like I barely play Call of Duty. I used to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That's a shit. But yeah, he has a good point. He has a good point with that.
Thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do. We go to school, we study.
Hours to play, but luck to get in the phase. That's my opinion. It's lucky just to get chosen by phase. That's the only thing because of the skill.
So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss all his hard work and all of his talent?
Is he the best?
I got four
No.
last year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play. Okay. I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him.
So that's not luck.
It's Warzone. That's a different thing, really.
Listen, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Ooh.
I mean, they have a talent. They have a talent.
So what
you know how many talents?
Well, the thing is, you're comparing to sport. You compare it to professional sports to a 9 to 5. That's the only thing. So I mean, the only thing about luck of a 9 to 5 is you get selected from the job you chose. That's the only thing you luck. Cause like, okay, so here's a fun fact. After I got fired, it's been at least a month, and applying nonstop, get interviews. Oh, get called, interviews. Okay, went to the interview. It was a great time interview. I failed. Okay, on to the next one. Got the job. I got the job. I was like, oh, you want to interview? Okay, went to the interview. On time, did my best, didn't get selected. So there's part of luck in there, because like the luck is, like I said earlier, you're not the only one who applies of the same job. There's like one in like few people, 1,000 mil, I don't know. Let's just say that, and then this person got selected. Only very few people get selected for this job, and you didn't get chosen. That's the luck part. No matter how, like the same qualifications, same skills, maybe a little better. I'm not sure. The thing, the purpose I'm trying to say is there always is luck in life in general. There always gonna be luck no matter what. So yeah.
Talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it.
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what you
just said.
Yeah, that's not what they're talking about. No.
A lot of people are talented, don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to that.
Like,
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
No, why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not
respect,
I mean,
respect.
that's
He did grind his ass. Yeah.
That's luck.
Where's the luck at in that?
The luck is I guess YouTube algorithm just pick you. Bam, there you go, and you are part of the Faze clan. That's the luck part.
Again.
Is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we
Yeah,
all get a job, we're
100%.
lucky in some
I agree
sort of
with that.
way,
Daryl's
but
lucky in some ways.
Offer specific pure talent. And I worked on that.
He's
stuff.
cooking right now, chat.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you.
Yeah.
Just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So
Yeah.
there's so many, even talented actors here, they never get a shot. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do
do
what
it.
I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could
The
never
rage-
do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They
Ron's
can't.
rage.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were
Whoa, shock.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not.
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just too old to understand.
I can't argue that because
y'all could never
I gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect. You come from a generation where this didn't exist. It's
Yeah, it is a generational thing.
You
Yeah.
looked at this career and you laughed. Now,
Like,
how
for
we
real.
in colleges, they're teaching courses on content creation and esports.
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
I think that's why people don't do streaming. Is because like it takes years and years to like, unless you're super lucky. Like what? For example, like what? Jason, for example, he's like one of the very few luckies he got accepted in Faze for like 2021, 2019. It's one of those years. He got accepted very quick because he's so good at Call of Duty, and he's like one of them. Who else really good? Like popular streamer like Senna, she's one of them. Very good streamer though, by the way. Even though she does it for years, she's still lucky. Like bam, 1 year she got popular. Anyways, like okay, there's a luck in it. So, but it's not always like, 9 to 5 has no luck. There is luck for both cases. Yeah, I agree that you need some talent. Like 9 to 5, you need talent. Like especially professional jobs. Same thing with streaming. Like, it's not privilege. I wouldn't say the only privilege is like you're invited to esports, which is two different things. That's the privilege part. You're privileged to go there. But the talent is like you're so good at it. Like people inspire you. That's I guess so.
And it's fun. But it's like again, it's
you gotta fight back. You gotta fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
That's me.
GG's, buddy. GG's.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
This
you.
past-
My name's Ron.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs?
Facts.
Like taking it back to. That's. Means what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything.
Fall off.
Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
Facts.
You get laid off. You get
Yeah, it's kind of
okay.
it's not the same concept. Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media. That's kind of an easy alternative." So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if
Facts.
you lose a job,
You just get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at your job.
waiting for.
When cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
That's security.
that's a fun 9
I
to
go like
5.
this. I go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But
my
people
next.
millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent the way he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
It's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso. Yeah, it's like, what? At that
Saying
point.
this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
couldn't win it.
You couldn't.
qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it.
I know.
But
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing. Like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing.
It's not,
I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you
how
can
do you
own and
how do
you
you
can
know
master.
how do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, so but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder? How do you?
True. That is that's kind of facts. Cause like me, I thought doing professionally, but like that takes time and dedication to it. Like for talent and gifted, like you'll be surprised. Like let's say fighting games, like FPS. Like oh my god, me nope, none of that stuff. Anyway, you'll be surprised. Like I'll give you that in an aspect. It does take time. Cause like not a lot of people just like pick it up and like all that shit. But I don't know really.
You know, but
What
how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
so
What does
I-
it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Yeah, gotta just give it all the time. Yeah.
Hours of work,
Uh-huh.
and editing, and filming, and constantly.
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and
yourself.
stuff like that, just all pure skill.
Yeah, like editing
I had
two
to
different
put
things,
tens
bro.
of
Right?
thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no maps? Can you get a refresh?
I can also I can circle back and give
Do
you,
you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't know
short?
No,
Stable
I don't,
Ronaldo's
but if I
chilling
want-
is rage baiting.
You can do Excel sheet.
No, but exactly. I
They're
can
just talking. They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come
babysitter, I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
And but let me give you. If I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
if I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is.
Pay,
Give me 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you gotta give us it back in double.
No, that's not how it's works. You pay me, I'll
That's
pay you.
crazy. The 3-day challenge. All right, I think that's the end of the video. Like, that's a whole video about which one's harder, the 9 to 5 versus streamer debate. Like, this one's like the reason I want to pot it because like obviously, oh my god, 9 to 5 is harder, which it is in my opinion. They're gonna be wrong because like, but there are some points like streamers have to deal with all this shit because like constant like especially the hate like. The only bad thing like is the constant hate and the harassment online can get seriously like you do like pretty bad things and all the shit. So like the mental health tolls on you, all that shit, like it does. And you get paid more, don't get me wrong. It's like it's a high risk, high reward thing. So like for both 9 to 5 to streamers. So like but yeah. That's all I'm gonna have to say. Let me know below in the comments. What do you guys think about this anyway? I think it's 9 to 5 is harder, but but then again, you can argue back. So let me know down in the comment size. So thank you guys. See you guys. Peace.